Alright, today we're going to be playing LocoRoco. Let me check something here. I got this Twitter thing. YouTube is supposed to tweet when I start a stream. And it does start, it sends tweets when I do uploads. But it doesn't seem to, oh hey! Okay, so one of the classic fixes with computers, you unset a thing and then you reset it and it works. So yeah, that did in fact work. Anyway. Oh, we at low bitrate. I think we... You know what? I'm just going to start my stream. Wait, not that low. Not that low. I'm going to start my stream at a nice low bitrate and see how well it does. And you know what? I'm going to give you a quick peek. We're not playing birthdays today. We'll be playing birthdays Saturday, so tune in for that. But I gave the world a little bit of a makeover. So we, also they added some new controls, so I'll show those off next time, but they make certain things a lot easier. It doesn't have my #1 biggest request. Hey, son. And hey, Rebecca. Hi, Parker, too. Everybody's coming in at once. But yeah, I made some changes without, there's one new species that I'll get later, but, excuse me, Mr. Frame Rates. Basically, I just made this whole front area into sea, and I'm trying to make the whole back area into land. So I just did some of the grunt work, so you wouldn't see it on stream tomorrow. You'll see the results of the grunt work tomorrow. Also, I'm not sure if this is going to be the best location for chat or not in this game. If you've never played LocoRoco before, it's a fantastic game. One of the best from the PSP. And it was a PSP exclusive until now. You could play it on Vita and Vita TV, but first time it's been officially on a home console. And really, like I said, I really like this game. I'm kind of surprised it still has the language select every friggin' time, but it's a pretty direct remaster. Visually, it does look, well, I mean, it looks pretty much exactly what you'd expect. You feel bad for anyone watching in 144p? I'm not sure if that matters, just my low bitrate. It's only like half what it usually is. Well, actually more than half, but I don't know. I'm just gonna see if this lets me not have any frame rate drop issues at all. But if you're not familiar with LocoRoco, oh, you're just trying out 144p for the first time? Yeah, it's always like that. It's more of a radio show. Hi, Rad. I'll try to be boring for you so you go to sleep. So yeah, this is LocoRoco. And I don't know how to explain it other than... Oh wait, actually, I'll show you the title, not the title. Let me start a new save file, and I'll show you the intro thingy. Then I'll start up on my main file, and we'll play. Unfortunately, the video file was obviously designed for the PSP. The main game does not look like compressed and low-res like this kind of does. The main game looks freaking beautiful. But, so one day the Earth was taking a nap, as it's wont to do. And the little LocoRocos were just hopping around, being cute, singing songs, having a good time. Nothing was bad in the world, except for suddenly comets. And the Earth was like, comet my head, just gonna take a nap. But it turns out Moja were in the frickin' comet. And they tried to frickin' eat everybody. And so they ate everybody. The end. There once was an ugly barnacle. It was so ugly, everyone died. The end. Anyway, the cool thing about this game is you don't play as the LocoRoco. You play as the planet. You control the planet and tilt the LocoRocos around. And you make the LocoRoco jump and stuff. This is quite possibly the first game where you play as an entire planet. I did play Planet Ship, which is, hold on, I don't have my good view of chat. Weird. I had my YouTube gaming page open. I just assumed it would be. Oh, there we go. Oh, neat. It shows. I had my YouTube. No, shut up, old tap tap. Wait, it came out. Yeah, this came out this week. Pretty good week in games. I mean, this has been an amazing year for games in general. But yeah, this came out this week. I think it's 15 bucks. the music in this game is so great and it's so hard to not sing along. I won't though, for your own benefit. But I just want to let you enjoy the music for a second. And the different LocoRocos sing, like they have different voices. We start off with the yellow one, which is like a little kid, and there's like a surfer bro. There's like a baritone singing guy. There's a couple of female ones. There's I can't remember what the other one is. There's like, I forget what the blue one is. It's a blue one, right? I think the surfer bro is like the red one. I don't know. You get a new LocoRoco at the end of every world. It's just a cosmetic and the music, but the music's just great. Actually, let me turn it up just slightly. Hey, speaking of Patapon Remastered, are they doing LocoRoco 2 and Patapon 2? Because those games are freaking fantastic. Like, I would honestly say LocoRoco 2 is probably better than LocoRoco 1, though they're a bit different. Whereas with LocoRoco 2 or Patapon 2, I would say it's just plain better. It's still different as well, but I would say LocoRoco 2 is a better starting point, or Patapon 2. In my opinion, this was a really great period for Sony's Japan studio. And it's a shame that anybody that never got a PSP never really got to get a lot of these games. Unless they got a Vita and got them digitally. Tag yourself on the Surfer Bro one. I would say I'm the one with the deep voice. That's the one I usually play as. Unfortunately, I think it's the last one you unlock. So you won't be seeing it today. But yeah, that's kind of how a normal level in this goes. We missed a couple secrets. This game has secrets. It's kind of got the semi-collectathon SNES platformer thing where you beat levels, but there's some extra stuff you can get. So you're not really done until you get all the stuffs. Oh, you said Parappa Remastered, not Patapon Remastered. But yeah, Patapon Remastered is happening too. But yeah, the remaster, I guess, trilogy, his Steam's really good. I heard not everybody likes Parappa Remastered. Is it? I guess it's just an issue of age and not everybody likes that kind of game. I think I would be really bad at it. But, hold on, back. I'm actually gonna go to my main save file. I'm not too far in the game. I like this creepy mother over here on the right. Just keep an eye on him. Hey, Bad P and Yanai. This looks kind of like Sushi Cat with the physics. Yeah, it kind of does. Let me show you I can show you the physics a bit more. Once I load up here. The fun thing about the physics is they do have that Sushi Cat goopy physics for the characters. And they look like they're gonna glitch out and like fall through the levels sometimes, but they never do. It's really well done. Do we not load the... Okay, there we go. Also, I think a big factor of success in the way this game uses vocals is that it's like, what was the other game? I lost it. Alright, Nier talked about it. There was another game that does it too, but they use gibberish, they use a made-up language. And I think that's why, I think that helps it work a lot better. Because otherwise you can't ignore the lyrics, and it's like, bothersome. Oh no. Did I save over my save file? I think I did. I wasn't that far. Hold on. Continue. Menu. I'm pretty sure I saved over my save file, but that's fine. That's fine. I only played about an hour anyway. Hey, Mr. Rosen. Frame loss. I haven't dropped any frames. You might want to drop your bitrate or your quality settings if you're getting issues. I also love the... You can see the mouth. You can see them singing. It's all really well done. Oh, I guess I didn't see what you're talking about. But yeah, basically you want to go through the levels, you want to eat all of those plants to get more LocoRocos. And if you need to split up to do the little pachinko thing, it does kind of feel a lot like Sushi Cat in some ways. But yeah, sometimes you have to split up. You can just press circle to scare the LocoRocos apart. Is that the Google blue? It does look kind of like the Google emoji. Is this emoji the movie? I'm sorry, but this is 10,000 times better than the emoji movie will actually be. Oh yeah, and they kind of give you hints. Anytime their little antennae like jiggles, they're trying to give you a, it's a little heart. They're giving you a hint that like you can break through something or there's some kind of secret. Like I was just saying. You kind of learn their language a little bit because they make certain sounds when they're near something you can break through. Some of the secrets are a bit silly, but you kind of get a sense for how the game likes to hide things. It really loves its false walls, and there's usually a tell. There's a few things that I only really found by just bumping against every wall on a level. But for the most part, with the right mindset and paying attention, you can find most things. There's just a couple secrets that feel like, okay, you just kind of had to know that in advance. Like, there's some things where you're going off a slope, and it's like a one-time thing, and you just have to go maximum speed on that slope. So generally, when you're on a slope, you do want to go as fast as you can. It's not, like, it's reasonably predictable. Obviously, the first level is pretty freaking easy, which is why I'm not too worried about saving over my save file, because I really just beat a few more levels than this. This is just such a happy game. Yeah, I love the game is just super happy and positive. The colors are great. Mui Mui, I'm singing. But yeah, sometimes you need a certain amount of LocoRoco to do a little song, and then you make certain things happen. I like how they warm up their voice. I like how the NPCs kind of get in the music by the end. Yeah, the physics are really fun. The like goop physics. This was on the PSP, by the way. The physics for this game were very impressive at the time, especially for being a portable thing. We have lots of physics-based games by now, but at the time it was pretty cool stuff. I still think it's pretty cool stuff. Like, look at that. Oh, no. Oh, I even knew. I knew. You gotta kind of, I think you gotta jump at the end of that. Wait, was that a secret? No, not really. Are they singing Japanese or not? No, this is just made up stuff. They do have, I think they must have made a language though, because there's certain words that you'll be able to tell eventually. Like Kokorecho is the little butterfly. They actually made LocoRoco Kokorecho, where you control the little butterfly and you lead a bunch of LocoRoco. It's a strange little game. I actually really liked it. It's kind of like half point and click, half like exploration game. Are you going to a tournament? Good luck. Oh yeah, and you get, the game remembers whether you got perfect on, it's a little bit like Yoshi's Island, but it remembers whether you got, perfect LocoRoco Pickeries, which are those flies, and perfect, star Pickeries, I guess. There's 3 Mui Mui in every level, and, in this game they unlock music for the LocoRoco house, which is basically a little mini level creator thing. The LocoRoco house is a lot more fun in LocoRoco 2. You also get unique parts by getting every LocoRoco in a level. And they track separately, so you can get all the LocoRoco one time, all the Mui Mui another time, etc., etc. It's the one thing, the one feature that Yoshi's New Island has that I think should be put into the original if they were to do a remaster or something. It's the one thing the original's kind of missing. This is good. I guess this is an alright place for the you know what? I want to put chat. over there. I think that covers the least things. You don't really need the LocoRoco count, but it looks kind of ugly obscuring that. I don't know. Since the game has such a good, like, strong musical focus, there's lots of different tracks, and they all have vocals, and, like I said, I don't hate them despite them having vocals. It's, there was some other game, I think Nier Automata there was, like, an article about how they made a language to make it less annoying. Oh, right, it was, Xenoblade X. They kind of, like, ruined it, because, like, or I think it was them. They were talking about how, oh, in Japanese, they didn't really think of like the language or they didn't really think of the lyrics as being distracting because, you know, for Japanese players, it's just background noise. They don't focus on the lyrics. But once you play it in English, it's like, oh no. Final Fantasy card game. Is that the I don't remember what it's called. Isn't there like, oh right, Heaven Strike? No, that's not Final Fantasy, is it? Yeah, that's by Square Enix. I don't think it's like a Final Fantasy thing exactly though. When people say PlayStation is great because of the exclusives and everything, the big tales, I always think of this and Patapon. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. This Patapon, it's the cool small games. This isn't really a small game though. Like, this is pretty large for, like, a platformer. It's not, like, infinity hours. Though, actually, I played, like, a few dozen hours for Patapon, or LocoRoco 2. I think I played, like, 100 or more hours of Patapon 2. I'll be showing Patapon 2, I guess, or Patapon 1, maybe. That's the one game. This game didn't really need any tweaks. Patapon 1 is extremely difficult and extremely unfair. So I do hope they give that some tweaks. This is a pretty straightforward remaster. There's no real... I haven't really noticed anything that changed other than obviously the graphics are the proper resolution. I don't know if this has 4K for, you know, 4K displays on PS4 Pro or not. I'm playing it on Pro, but it's a 1080p, and you're watching it at 720p anyway, so you wouldn't notice. But it looks really good. Are you only 10 thingies? Oh, you start over at 1 every level. You, getting new things is a big part of every level. Like, certain secrets you can't unlock without getting a certain amount of things. It actually unlocks layers of the musical tracks, too. Uh-oh, this is bad. Oh, that's bad. No. Ah, frick. Yeah, when you bump into a spiky thing, you can get your little LocoRocos back, but you only have a few seconds to do so. And so I got one of those back, but not both. I was kind of in a bad situation there. I was gonna say things. What was I gonna say? Oh right, the vocal track is layered. If you notice, I'll take a break here. Every 5 LocoRoco you get adds a Mui Mui and like a vocal track to the music. If they would frickin' pop up here. There we go. No, stop moving. Oh, whatever. Basically, there's like 3... Is it 2 or 3? But as you unlock more LocoRoco, you add more layers to the song, and it's really neat. I'm not sure what part of the tree does this, but it's a very good part of the tree. I freaking love the art style for this. This and Patapon, they had some really strong style going on. And I wish they got a bit more credit for it. I'm glad it's out on PS4 so more people can enjoy it now. No, people always underestimate how many freaking PSPs there were. 80 million, I believe it was. Like, that's... I think maybe the original Game Boy sold more, but it's mostly just in comparison with the original DS that it seemed bad. I think the PSP still had more units than the 3DS is ever likely to sell. It was pretty nuts, honestly. I heard about the ransomware thing. That's really shitty stuff. That's a good reason to, you know, disapprove of idiotic NSA hacking campaigns like that. Though they're targeting like state institutions and stuff, I wouldn't worry too much. I mean, you know, don't disable your firewall and, you know, go to sweet free porn downloads .orgasm or anything, but you know, I doubt there's gonna be much civilian crossfire. It does freaking suck though. They hacked the NHS, and there's some really severe consequences of that. Yeah, that seems like fishy stuff. Oh, this is another one of those little secret things. You eat all the little nuts, and you usually get something. I forget if the pickeries are used in this game. I don't think they are. I don't think they are. But in LocoRoco 2, you use pickeries to buy things. Those are the little bugs. Oh, and this game finally adds tilt controls. I'm not using them, and I don't particularly want to use them. But when I first used this game, I immediately thought, oh hey, do you just tilt the thing? And no, you do not tilt the thing. But there we go. You can, do you just shake up to jump? Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah, you can tap the, if you tap the touchpad, you can go into, oh, I'm in, am I in? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't like the touch controls as much, or the tilt, or whatever. But it's cool that it has it, because, I mean, it's a game where you tilt. I think I turned them on. The one annoying thing is that there's no indicator that they're on. It indicates when you've toggled it, it vibrates. But you can't really... Eh. Yeah, they hit several government things. It was NHS, I think some Russian thing got hit by it. I don't know what all. I've been avoiding news and crap for a bit. Okay, now it's off. Wait, is it? No, it's not. I think it's just... Wait, I think it's just on if you do, like, really vigorous movements. Let's... Maybe the touchpad thing doesn't affect it? I don't really know. They didn't add a clear, like, indicator. Like I said, the game is basically exactly the same. Other than adding the tilt thing, I don't think I've noticed anything that's actually different other than the resolution and the art. The art stuff looks freaking great. This is why this kind of style just holds up really freaking well in higher res. I think every 3 or so Mui Mui means more music in the LocoRoco house. Actually, let me show you the LocoRoco house real quick. Alright, this... Oh, right, you can play mini games with pickeries. I forgot. So yeah, this is a kind of crane game. Less rigged than most crane games. I forget what exactly the rewards are. I think you get something special for getting the LocoRoco. And you get an item of X rarity. Like, you get the 3-star thing. You get an item for the LocoRoco house of 3 rarity. How to play. What? Obtain house parts in LocoRoco. The number of stars indicate how rare the parts are. I think maybe the LocoRoco are also for the LocoRoco house. I forget exactly. Yeah, I think it is. I think when I tried to load the other save, it asked me to save. And I thought it was asking me to load. Because I saw, yeah, there were 2 load. Like, we saw the save menu twice. And I didn't think of anything of it. But, oh well. Oops, I just went right back into the menu. Loco house. Welcome to Loco House. Yeah, you basically, you try to make a little, it's not quite automatic, but like this thing indicates for the LocoRoco to go. And so if they're in the presence of something like this guy, they'll automatically move in that direction. Can you rotate this thing? Or, no, I don't think you can. Rotate these though. And a neat feature in here is that you can kind of, let's see what parts we got. It's actually gonna be hard with the parts we have, but let's put this here. And this should do, maybe. Let's try that. Fall off. There you go. So yeah, you get LocoRoco house parts by, it gives you kind of these little automatic puzzles. Like, let's, oh, we can get that right now. Huh. Let's try little thing so it kind of has to jump up. Huh? That's not gonna work. Just kind of need to block it. There you go. Let's try that. There we go. I think you just get a bunch of letters from these, so you can kind of spell things. Ah, menu. No, we don't need to save those changes. You can save your level, but they're not super exciting. You just kind of, it's more fun to try to get the items with your little things. I mean, once you have more stuff, you can make some pretty elaborate things. It's kind of like trying to make a Mario, one of those auto platformer things in Mario. Oh yeah, the snow music is super calming. Aw, frick. Ah, no. Oh no. Okay. There we go. There we go. I'm sorry, Bad P has absolutely no short-term memory. You can't expect him to know things. That's unreasonable. That's ignorant. Alright. A little too fast. Frick. I never remember the exact timing for that last jump there. Yeah, there's a secret up there. We kind of just barely saw it the first jump. If you get a nice incline, you can get a lot of jumps. I keep doing that a bit too much. Yeah, right about this level, you can kind of get a lot of jumps. That should be good. Oh, come on. I know there's a thing in there. That's right, Parker. Are you here for moral support? Hello? You're quiet. He never makes a noise when I want him to make noise. I cannot see. Okay, that was way too early. Alright. No, no. Okay. Let me try something here. Alright, I think I know the point at the incline I need to do the jump at. Uh-oh. I don't think you can get ransomware from YouTube. Well, you can probably get it if you followed some links from some dodgy channels, but not from YouTube, you know, official stuff. There we go. Oop. I have the perfect skills to jump at the exact wrong time. Half pipe time. Who needs Tony Hawk? Oh, frick. Okay. Maybe I do need Tony Hawk. Save me, Tony Hawk, please. You're my only hope. There we go. Oops. That could have done it. There you go. If you can get on a thing that it does not look like it is necessary to be on top of, that is almost always a secret. Always get on things. That's what this game teaches you. It teaches you good skills. You gain emojis by eating fruits. Yeah, there's 20... Well, there's 1 LocoRoco and there's 19 fruits in each level. So you want to eat all of the fruits and you get more LocoRoco. Oh, frick. Oh! Uh-oh. Please. Okay. Oh. No. Yeah, that wasn't ending well. You only lose if you lose your last LocoRoco. But we won't get a perfect. And there might be certain things, like sometimes there's Mui Mui or some optional stuff that you can lose out on from losing LocoRoco. We got this LocoRoco, or Mui Mui though. Your paws are wet? Why are your paws wet? He drinks water with his paws. Like he dips his paws in the water and then he drinks it, which has the side effect of cleaning his paws and making the water very dirty immediately. I have to clean his water dish like every day. Bopping spikes more than once is not particularly uncommon. Because, I mean, you're already at an incline. I was probably tilting too much. I do tend to go full tilt, which sometimes, especially in like an icy area, you don't want to do that. But who said I make good decisions? Oh, nice. They also managed to sing perfectly despite complaining. If you listen close, you can actually hear the actual Your LocoRoco's voice intermixed with the actual, like, the song, the kind of the chorus. Oh, no. I'm pretty sure that was a Smeekard up there. Oh, well. What's odd is I'm usually better at getting all of the pickeries. I think the pickeries are usually not in super secret areas, but the LocoRoco fruit, I'll usually miss a LocoRoco fruit or a Mui Mui or two. Like, Parker's personality is great. Cats have pretty wide ranges of personalities though, just like people. We've had a couple cats. Well, not we haven't had too many dirt cats, but we've known some people with, you know, this, you know, stereotypical jerky cat personality. I would say that's honestly fairly uncommon. As long as they're well taken care of. Most cats, you know, feral cats tend to be jerks, but I mean, you'd be a jerk too if you were a feral cat, trust me. Feral cats are probably alive because they're jerks. Oh, I see. Alright. Let's not get spiked. Oh gosh. There we go. Yeah, the little physics bits of the levels were was really a nice touch and felt really special at the time, and it's still fun. Even though you've seen... I love the slippery... This is one of the few games where slippery physics kind of feel fun instead of terrifying and awful. Oh, and yeah. If you have more locos on screen, they have more singing voices. I forgot to shut that off. Yeah, my aunt had a jerk cat too. I love these little worm people. You see lots of these. They're always very nice and friendly. Oh, give me the thing. thing. I forget what some of the things are called. So from what the LocoRoco says, you can actually tell what a few of the things in game are called. Some good snow physics too. It's like a big thick sheet you roll through. Oh, wait, can I get up there? That looks very suspicious to me. Yep, I knew it. I know a sneaker when I see one. I love that you just freaking clobber the penguin. And he just embeds in the floor. Amazing. Yeah, most of my parents' cats were pretty chill. We've had a few like personality free. That's kind of what I was talking about the kind of the body physics get a little weird sometimes. Like it's all squishy, but you never like glitch out and like fall through floors or anything. It seems really well done. This is LocoRoco in sync. What was I gonna say? Yeah, we've had a couple kind of like personality-free cats. Most of them have been purebreds too. We got two purebred. Well, they got two purebred Maine Coon cats. They were terrible. Don't get a purebred. Get you know, adopt a cat. They're just so much better, and they don't have the health problems. So, like, purebreds just means they have, like, you know, some manner of problem because of all of the inbreeding. Squishy and sticky. Oh, this is one of the mushroom levels. These are one of my favorites. There's not really too many kinds of levels I don't like in this. They have really good variety. They have a gameplay and a visual, and well, of course, an audio theme. And they do reuse the themes a little bit. I think there's like 2-3 of every kind of level or so. But they're always really fun. I like the mushroom theme, the very high energy little theme. There's just freaking layers of mushrooms upon mushrooms. Mushroom Hill Zone ain't got nothing on this. This is the mushroom zone. Oh right, this thing. Oh no. Oh, that was dumb. That was dumb and bad. Oh. Frick. Yeah, I lost out on that stuff. That white pickery was worth 100. They're very rare. And, so much for getting perfect in this level, but oh well. You're usually gonna have to play, like, it's gonna be pretty rare that you actually perfect a level first try. It's not really the point. It's not something you want to worry about too much. I'm gonna replay most levels 2-3 times to get all this stuff. I love the physics of the little mushroom things. Yeah, Moja are kind of weird. They're not super aggressive, so sometimes, even if you're trying to defeat them, they can be a little frustrating because they don't really go after you 100% of the time. So sometimes you just have to wait a little bit if you're trying to beat them. Oh crap! I actually wanted to take this stuff down here. Ah, no! There's a faint wind. Hey, capitalist. It's pachinko time. Konami's favorite part of the game. Uh-oh. I don't know if I can get this guy in. There we go. You will lose your little dudes if they go off screen for too long. It's usually not a problem unless you, like, make them fall off a cliff or get hit by spikes. About half of the frickin' Mui are asleep. They're so lazy. Oh right, these things. You can't control the LocoRoco quite properly once they get pricked by these things. It looks like it has a malfunctioning. Oh no! Oh no. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad. No, no. Aw. It's okay. We weren't at 100% anyway. Looks like somebody installed like a rumble pack into him. I love the frickin' party popper flowers. Those should be real. I imagine being a LocoRoco is extremely painful. Only when you touch the spikes and things. Remember, they have like evil aliens invade their planet. It's not usually like this. They usually just bump around and have a good time. And sing things. Oh, this is another cool level archetype. The loading times used to be a little worse on the PSP version, of course, too. Yoink. What about the dividing and amalgamating? I imagine it's not particularly unpleasant. They just split up because they're scared. Like, nothing particularly unpleasant happens. They just get spooked. You make a lightning bolt and they go, ah, and they split. On good days, we just bump into each other and pray that we don't die. I imagine death is not usually a big deal for... Look at all the freaking uvulas on this thing. It's freaking discount uvula warehouse down here. Oh, no, no, no! Aw. Yeah, 100%ing certain levels is a little bit frustrating because there's certain points... Well, there's many points of no return in basically every level. That's just kind of how they're built. Not really a big deal until you're going for 100%. But you just kind of get used to replaying a few times. And you can go through these levels pretty freaking quick when you remember all the tricks and you're just going through for completion. I'm just trying to have fun with it. I love the wiggly bits of meat. This is like the only game that could make being like ingested and wandering through something's bones and organs super freaking cute. Like what other game could do this? I defy you to explain. Whee! Poor Mui also got eaten. Good old meat walls. I also love the 50s like doo-bop music we've got going on. It's it's just so unfitting, but just kind of it just seems right because it's LocoRoco. Just having a good time. Sing. Actually, I think there's only certain songs they sing a chorus with. I guess they don't sing along with this one. I think they do. You do add vocal tracks still when you get the more LocoRocos, but I think it's only certain tracks like the ice thing. They do that stuff with. Right. If you listen, they actually say the name of whatever creature they're gonna wake up. Oh, and the lyrics of the little song they sing for the NPCs is different on each LocoRoco. In just a couple more levels, we'll unlock a new LocoRoco. I'm so not used to just having the yellow one all the time. Feels weird. I don't usually go for the yellow one. Like I said, I usually pick the black one. I also like the surfer. I think it's the green one. Is the surf bum dude. Oh no! I want this whole game soundtrack played at my wedding. It's pretty good. This is one of those games, it's just... If you're human, it is impossible to not smile. If we ever get invaded by aliens, and you need to know who's the alien, you just play this game. And whoever does not smile, you just shoot them. You just know. It's like The Thing. Also, you don't get predetermined parts, except for by... The parts you get for 100%ing a level, by getting all 20 LocoRoco, are always the same. But otherwise, the parts you get, the LocoRoco house parts, are random. Anyway, which is what that thing's butt, and this game makes that not particularly unusual or unpleasant. It's just happy fun times. Uh-oh. This is bad. Oh, no, he's right there in the frame. He's right in the frame. Oh, frick. You're right in frame. You're in frame. No. Ah, frick. I think we lost one. So yeah, that's what I was talking about how you can... They can go off screen and you lose them. In standard fashion, there's a few things where you just don't stop at the end of the level, and then there's more levels. Huh? Oh, come on. There it is. Oops. Alright, another cute touch over here. What's over this way? It's a big old heart. Which we have to eat. Because hearts are delicious. There we go. There we go. Aw, we missed one. There we go. I think there's a Mui in here or something. Yep, there he is. Hey, buddy. Getting all the Mui is a lot more satisfying in LocoRoco 2. They have this big house, and like as you add Mui, you get more rooms in the house, and they start like they have like instruments they play. They have like a treasure room. They have like all kinds of stuff is going on. It's like a big it's like a big level you would see in like a Where's Waldo book or something. It's pretty neat. I really hope, I said it before, but I really hope LocoRoco 2 and Patapon 2, and Patapon 3 for that matter, get remastered for PS4 too. I can't see why they wouldn't, other than like if this didn't sell well, which I hope would not be the case. I hope people still have good taste. Sorry, popping my bones over here. I don't know what it is, but there's this bone that kind of pops sometimes in my left elbow, but not the right elbow. I don't know what that is. It's probably a tumor. Alright, this is one of the more unusual ones. It's kind of like semi-puzzle levels. They never get quite as bad as Mario puzzles. Is there anything more painful than a frickin' Mario puzzle level? I can't believe that Mario 1 happened and that atrocious, awful final castle happened, which is not even a puzzle, it's just frickin' garbage. It's just memorization. But I can't believe Mario 1 happened, and then they decided, hey, you know what all of our later Mario games need? Some puzzle levels. I think they've gotten progressively less bad as the years went on. They're kind of fun in Mario 3D World and stuff. Because they're short, they're not too ridiculous. The weird, like, what am I even doing stuff really only comes into play when you're trying to 100% them. But Ghost House is my least favorite part of Super Mario World. I mean, aesthetically, I like the idea, but they could just be so frustrating. What am I using? D-pad or controller gyro? You use L and R. You can also use X to quote-unquote jump. You can use gyro, but I'm not doing that. I think there's pickeries around here somewhere. I'm not sure what they're indicating. Alright, if you don't do anything, they kind of just bop around. But yeah, the game controls like this. You press R1 to tilt the world like this, L1 to tilt it like that. You can do a gyro, then it's kind of like this. But, I just prefer to play the way I played a lot of this on PSP, so I mean, even if I like the gyro, I'd probably still play it better this way. I think there's a secret on this. Yes. Oops. That's gotta hurt. Okay, this part of being a LocoRoco is pain. I don't think the normal splitting is painful, but this splitting looks painful. No, get the thing. There you go. Oh, and you can do a shake to detach from any gooey stuff. You don't have as much control from the pink goo as or the purple goo as from the other goo that we saw. Apparently I need to disable SMB. What is the SMB? Disable Super Meat Boy? Are you Dr. Fetus? I didn't realize Dr. Fetus was in my chat. I don't know how I feel about that. Alright, get out of there. There you go. I like how ordinary that Edmund's other games makes Dr. Fetus seem. He just fits completely right in. There's nothing strange about, you know, fetus in a jar guy. Server message block? Editing the registry isn't really that scary. Is that the recommended fix for that, whatever hack's going around? Or the ransomware? I like the like happy singing from the LocoRoco versus the like drama of the track itself. They're not really reading the room very well, but they're having a good time, so it doesn't matter. There we go. Now this part looks painful. The face doesn't really sell it, honestly, though. There we go. So funny when you wake those dudes from bed. That's a last resort. Yeah, what does that do? I haven't heard of that, but I'm not really... Well, I'm a server person, but I'm not... I'm a web developer, but not really a low-level protocol kind of guy. I do end up dealing with low-level protocols more often than I would like, though. But never on purpose. This last week I found out how to set up a static subdomain, and all of the problems that has. It apparently has all kinds of issues with... Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Uh-oh, this is bad. Oh wow, I saved it! I did not think I would be able to get... Like, I figured some of my guys were going to go down there, and I was just going to have to abandon that. I love when two get in. Obviously, two are not supposed to get in like that. Oh! That glitch, there's a little plunger that's supposed to pop out and push them down, but I guess that got glitched out or something. Obviously it still works, but yeah. That's how that's supposed to work. It's just not animating, huh? At least it is how that's supposed to work. Maybe there's another machine like that. But yeah, the spiky things with eyes are even worse because they can kind of hurt you. That wall looks suspicious, but I don't think it's anything. Common internet file system. Huh. Yeah, never heard of that. Yeah, I had a lot of fun setting up a static subdomain, and then it turned out I don't really need one and can't really have a purely cookieless domain because I use Cloudflare, which is good, but they set a security cookie on everything served from their CDN, so I couldn't truly be cookieless, and serving things from a mixed domain has some drawbacks, so I learned a lot, and then I had to just revert all of my changes But I learned things, and that's what really matters. Also, they finally reduced frickin' PS4 save files. Used to be 11 megabytes minimum. Now they're 3.5, which is still very big for something like this. But well, maybe not with a Loco house. But nah, I'm pretty sure that was pretty small. All right, the spooky area. Even in a game like this, you gotta have a spooky area. Oh, I love the freaking music in this area too. And there's even better music at the very end. But you gotta wash off in freaking blood. There was a tutorial, right? Yeah, the first level's a tutorial. You don't really need much of a tutorial, and it doesn't really say much, but it's like, hey, go around. Basically, it teaches by level design for the most part. I think I'm gonna get 15 LocoRoco and let you enjoy the music a bit, because I really like this track. Oh, frick. Ooh. I think I remember that. I think that loop used to be a bit cleaner. If there are issues, they might fix them later. I wasn't expecting birthdays the beginning to patch too much, but they actually added a bunch of new UI options. So I kind of expect Japanese stuff to not really do much post-game or post-release support. But I've been surprised. Spooky. Oop. Hey, buddy. Right, maybe it was like that. Maybe it was like that. It's not quite as jarring as I thought it was. Great thing in 8th gen. Yeah, I think it's pretty underrated how, like, if a game launches with like annoying controls, they can freaking fix it, and like that's good. That's not like unfinished game. That's just like in prior gens we just would have gotten a worse game and just had to deal with it. That whole good game is good forever and bad game is broken forever thing is increasingly untrue. I mean, there's plenty of games that got delayed and were not good, and plenty of games shipped a little not great and ended up getting quite a bit better. Now this part looks painful. He's fine though. He's like goo. I'm not sure LocoRoco will have any kind of organs. I'm not sure how we were supposed to get that one thing. There we go. Oh, I see you. There we go. Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Okay, okay, okay. There we go. Alright. Get a little hairy. Oh, the ransomware thing's done? Over already? Yeah, I didn't really follow that whole drama myself yet. Alright, we should have the full song in a second here. I think it's this. No? Oh, that was an obvious place to hide a thing. There we go. Hey, Mui Mui. What are you doing out here? Oh, this reminds me, this area doesn't have... LocoRoco 2 adds the buoy buoy. And they have really good music and extremely hard levels. In fact, LocoRoco 3, it's like Midnight Carnival. It's this strange thing. It's like, it's super freaking hard. And it's based off the Booey Booey, I think. It's more of a challenge one. That's the one I never actually finished. It kind of went real hard. I'm gonna let the music go a bit now. I really like the chorus in this one. I always forget to check out the chorus because it's pretty rare that you want to like be all in a group but not do anything. I have no idea if this is content ID'd, but not a huge deal if it is. But I haven't really hit that many content ID things lately. I mean, I usually don't play much like AAA stuff. Anyway, that's how the moon works. I think you should probably get slightly farther away from Earth, Mr. Moon. I think you're gonna boil the oceans or something. All right, this guy. You can kind of see the pointiness of his bits. He didn't quite look so pointy in the PSP version, but they didn't add extra polys because I mean, it was the PSP. This was one of the best looking 2D PSP games, really. There we go. So this guy you have to hit repeatedly. The normal Moja Moja you beat up in one hit, but it's pretty easy. Once he's down, it's pretty easy to combo him. Oh yeah, the moon blinked one by one. Get the pickeries out. Oh, pickery, please. Okay. If you leave them sit too long, they kind of get jittery. Did I leave the music up a little loud? Always gotta check. If there's a thing, there's not a thing. I think I've only gotten all 20 LocoRoco like once or twice. I did 100% this game originally on the PSP. I was still have a save file to prove it too, but I'm obviously a bit out of practice. That was years ago. Muy Muy's charm. Would you say it's worth going back to this one if all I've played is LocoRoco 2? Oh, absolutely. LocoRoco 2 is a pretty different game. LocoRoco 2 does some interesting stuff too, but it's a different game. I would say that Midnight Carnival is a bit harder to pick up. It's hard. And it controls different. So there's still quite a few, well there's still a few level types we haven't seen at all yet. I think we see most of them by the end of this world. Of course there's a super special world for the very end. Or level anyway. Oh right. Here's our second LocoRoco. You found your friend. And what do friends do? They jump on each other. The pink one reminds me of one of the singers in Katamari. Like, you could hear this in a frickin' Katamari game. Definitely. Oops. Whoop. Oh, no. Frick. Okay. This guy sounds French. The guy down here. There you go. Where's Surfer Bro? I think we have a couple more levels or worlds for Surfer Bro. I honestly forgot that you have to go one by one. I just always remember having them because I beat the game so long ago. We'll eventually get Surfer Bro. I 100% of this when I was in college, so I mean, I was, you know, you have few games and few monies, so you make those games, you gotta make those count. I kind of miss it in a way. I like that I can kind of enjoy a wider variety of games, but I do miss just doing that kind of deep dive, like freaking. I almost 100%ed. What game was that? Dark Cloud 2. That game is insanely unreasonable to 100%. That's like, I think I spent over 300 hours in it. It's kind of crazy. If you want to get all the medals, and there's like a whole world that is missable, so like you have to beat it, or there's a point of no return. So you gotta, uh-oh. She was so not upset at that situation. She was just like, eh. C'est la vie. There you go. Ugh. I'm not sure if it's the intent, but they kind of like the. She sounds French, and the yellow one we had at the start sounds kind of Japanese or something like that. I don't know if maybe like the Surfer Bro is meant to be the American one, or I don't know. But they just all have different voices. Oh, I see you, secret. I see your secrets. They have lots of different ways to hide the false walls. It's kind of fun. I'll usually put 100% a game if it's something I really love. I have the time and it's not unreasonable. Like, what's something recently that I 100%ed? I almost 100%ed. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, what the? Where was that sound coming from? But yeah, I heard the fruit, the LocoRoco fruit, and I was like, where is that? I almost 100%ed the Wonder Boy 3 remake, Dragon's Trap by Lizard Cube. Fantastic game, but the mouse, the secret level for the mouse, I rage quit it. It's just infuriating. What's the secret you get for getting all of those anyway? There's like a new item that you can get, I think. Get your booties up the stairs. Yeah, the music in this game is great, and I really like how the music mixes with the levels. It's not a music game, but the music interfaces with the gameplay and style so much. I like the little warm-up. It's kind of realistic. Oh, by the way, I talked to some staff from YouTube Gaming. They, the chat delay thing, I guess that was like, a couple weeks ago, I noticed that the chat was like 10 seconds delayed, and I guess they were having some issues a couple weeks ago. So, it's not supposed to be crazy delayed. Apparently, if the chat gets like in like hundreds of viewers or like thousands of like viewers and chatters going on, it does kind of slow down a bit to not break the servers. I think Twitch kind of does the same. But at least Twitch used to do the same. YouTube gaming is still kind of, you know, early-ish, but it does seem to be improving, and they do have some staff that are actually accessible. On the there's a Discord and a Reddit subreddit for YouTube gaming. They have actual staff members that talk about some stuff. No, frick. No, get him. Ah! If you can hit him while they're eating, you actually knock the LocoRoco out of their mouth, but that one was way too high up. Get that. The game does a really good job of introducing you to a lot of gameplay mechanics, and other than like those 2-3 tutorial boxes, there's no real like here's how you do things kind of stuff. There's maybe I think there's less than 5 tutorial bits. Most of the time it's just pretty easy to figure out what's going on without words. I always respect games that can deal with almost no words or absolutely no words. Like it's something I always really liked about Kirby is how well they could even like frick. Okay, so the way this works. I fell through. The way you want to do this is get on this, swing it, then jump. Oh no. Alright. Staying on small things like that is a little hard because you control the world, you don't control the LocoRoco. So just kind of negating momentum is hard. Staying moving is easy. They really like the pachinko machine thing. And usually having a lot more, I almost called them Pikmin, LocoRoco will help you out in those. Like if you have above a certain amount, you're pretty much guaranteed to get all the pickeries or fruits in there. Well, that thing eats a part of you and it's terrifying. Yeah, that's just kind of what Mojo do. The Mojo are the big bad. I forget why they come back in LocoRoco 2. I'll be very happy to play LocoRoco 2 as well. Patapon 1 is the only one of the LocoRoco and Patapon series that I wasn't super fond of. LocoRoco 1 is good. Or Patapon, I always mix them up. Just when I'm talking about both at once. But Patapon 1 is just really hard and unforgiving, and it has a pretty strong degree of randomness too. And it also has instant kills, which are pretty lame. Or it has more permadeath. There's like only a couple enemies in Patapon 2. I keep doing that. In Patapon 2 that can do an instant death. And there's quite a lot in 1. And there's no real form of permadeath in LocoRoco. Or Patapon 3. Ugh. I don't know why I can't like 100% a single level. There is usually some pretty well hidden secrets though. I just don't remember all of them. Oh, jungle level next. That's what changed it. Oh, right. So there's 4 more missing ones. There's the black one, there's the surfer dude, there's a red one. I think it's a blue one. I forget if the purple one. I think the purple one might be new to the second game. Yeah, they kind of sing the level thing in a different voice. I need to refill my drink here. I'll be back in just a sec. Alright, I'm back. I'm scared it's staring at me. Yeah, I don't like the pink ones so much as the other ones. I like the part where it just bumps into the thing on the left. What was it doing? Musical stairs. Even better than musical chairs. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, this is bad. Alright. Start over there. Alright, I completely forgot there's even a menu in this game. Like a pause menu. You don't need it 99% of the time. You can add the time display for, there is a mode of the game where, once you get all of the LocoRoco, I think, in a level, you can replay it, and you have to beat a certain time, and then you get a special item, I think. Yeah, I don't actually want that on. Wait, controls, what are... Flip the stage. Alright, so it does work the way I thought. I just couldn't tell. It's kind of hard to tell if the motion controls are on or not. It'd be neat if the like color of the DS4 thing changed. And that's a really underrated feature, the light on the DualShock 4. I've seen some games do some cool stuff with it, like in Assault Android Cactus, each character has a color assigned to them. A lot of games will do that, like multiplayer games. So like, you play as Cactus, who has green hair, and you get a green, your light bar is green. Excuse me. I don't know why I wasn't jumping there. Oh. Boop. I like the like triangle and square particles in the background. Yeah, the pink one likes to stare a lot. She is a little creepy. I see what you mean. She's looking straight forward. It's a bit. Like, calm down. Close your mouth. Do not panic. What an awesome house, by the way. Looks like it would feel cramped, but I mean, you live inside like a freaking like cave thing. You're like a freaking hobbit. I like how he just explodes out of existence. He's like, that's how I feel in the morning. I wake up and then I just explode out of existence. It's not pleasant. Yes, we saved it. Oh, I forgot about this guy. He just screams at you and you fall apart because you get startled. Then we squish his brains out. He looks kind of like something, he looks like an extra from, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared or something. Oh, I forgot about this. Hey, Moi Moi. They jump around the wall thing like a fly running into a window. Yeah, they'll kind of bounce around if you leave it idle. Kind of a neat touch. It makes the LocoRoco feel more alive, you know? Because, I mean, you're not, like I said before, you're not controlling them, you're controlling... I love when they get stuck in there with each other. You control the world, so the LocoRoco are just kind of along for the ride. I'm glad to see LocoRoco in the news again, because it always felt like it was passed over when it was released, and it never really got, you know, I was always a huge fan of it and loved it, but it's one of those games that's hard to share with people, because I mean, it's a portable game, you can't really play with other people. Well, I mean, there's no mobile, there's no multiplayer anyway, but it's hard to show people and stuff like that. There's lots of fun, like, parts for the LocoRoco house that kind of apply momentum. Like I said before, it's most fun when you're trying to make one of those, like, automatic Mario level things. Get out of here. Pesky bee? I think it really does remind me of freaking Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. If you didn't know, they had a Kickstarter and they made like a whole series. Like, I think they just made like 1 or 2 originally, but then they had a Kickstarter. It was pretty... Just watch them. If you like the first Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, I highly recommend the rest of them. And definitely watch them in order. Things happen. Terrible things. But also amazing things. Oops. Oop. I think it was like a smiley face with like 5 eyes. It's like a happy spider. And now this is pod racing. Now this is real pachinko. Take note, frickin' Konami. This is how you pachink. There we go. My brain is trying to understand Genesis add-on seeds in their own power sockets. Wait, did they? I guess maybe they did. I didn't know that, but I guess that makes sense in a way. Not in a pleasant way. Wait, I wonder. Do I need to sit in the middle thing? I wonder if that makes a thing grow or something. Whatever. Seen the film theory and Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. I don't watch the film theory stuff, but I know the theories. They have a wiki that kind of explains some of the things. Some of it seems pretty stretchy. Some of it's kind of obvious if you rewatch. Keep an eye out for the creepy yellow dude. Oh god. I will say that. Oh, rest in peace. Oh, frickin'! I hate the ones that move. Oh, it's Mr. Owlman! I like this. He spits you out in a specific shape. And then you're just that shape for a while. And it usually has like some kind of like puzzle-ish design for that shape where it never like is a bad thing, but it's just kind of fun. Yeah, 5 is pretty intense. Oh, frick. You know, our movement is a little bit different because of our 3-sidedness. I think my favorites are 1, the computer one, and 5. But I don't think there's not really I would say particularly bad or anything. The pesky bee one might be my least favorite, but just because, well, no particular reason really. It's not bad, but I don't know. I think maybe just it having less of, like, it's just kind of focused on one character, I guess, is maybe part of it. It's not bad though. Come on, just one more LocoRoco and I can wake up the sun. Oh, frick. I wish that one hadn't got eaten. 3 is boring compared to the others. Is 3 the one I'm talking about? The one about love and stuff? I want to wake up Mr. Sun! Mr. Sun, please! Why you no wake, Mr. Sun? Did I go in here already? Yeah, I did. Just 1. Wait, what's this? Oh, did I already did that? Yeah, I don't think. 32X Mega CD. Wait, Mega CD and Sega CD are different things? Sega was freaking crazy back then, I swear. Sega's been pretty alright lately too, by the way. It's kind of interesting. Time 1 is probably my favorite. Time 1, that's That's 5, right, you mean? They did a pretty good job of keeping the quality really high, though. And they had some great practical effects for that. That's one of my favorite things about the series. They do some really cool stuff. I've always been a big fan of practical effects. You know, I don't really like too much like old horror movies, other than I really enjoyed some good practical effects. Alien, The Thing, the original Hellraiser, some great stuff going on. In fact, the original, I think, in Silent Hill, the Silent Hill movie, they insisted that everything have some form of practical effects. I think there was one, I don't know, was there a second Silent Hill movie? I think there was some kind of monster that didn't have practical effects. It was like a doll thing. But everything else they wanted to do with practical effects to some extent. I think they did some CGI touch-up, so it wasn't pure practical effects, but still, you know, not just pure CGI crap like most things is. CGI can look fine, you know. I like video games, obviously. I'm not like purely against computers creating images for things. But a good practical effect is just good stuff. Oh no. See, things like that. The thing with that is you can just restart. Destroy the start. But I'm just not good with the ropes. I'm pretty sure there was a thing. If you will. I think later on there's something you can do to get underwater. Maybe Mega CD is Sega CD. I think it is. Because yeah, it was Mega Drive. All right, water undoes the thingy. Like I said, it does that thing where it teaches through level design. Which you can't always do that in every game. Some games are just too complicated. Some things just don't work like that. But when you can make it work, it's great. And yeah, I see that. Always be suspicious of flat surfaces, my friends. Don't do that. Sometimes, I think it's after you do certain things, they kind of get on automatic mode. If you leave them alone for a moment, they enter this automatic mode, I call it. Like, hold on, there you go. They usually do a little hop to indicate it started too. But for the most part, they'll just sit around and let you move them by inertia, or whatever. Gravity. There's a couple of rare circumstances where they'll go into that mode seemingly on their own. You just gotta bump them. I think it's because I broke the ceiling thing. I don't know why that would revert their mode though. Because usually you just have to wait for a bit. Oh, Pickery, please. I'm probably not gonna stream super long today. Still 0 drop frames. I'm gonna be brave. I'm gonna do dangerous things. Wait, no, I'm not. The stream looks fine, right? Actually, let me be stupid and watch my own stream. Just a second. Gaming page open. No, shut up, old tap tap. It looks fine. There's some JPEG. There's some definite JPEG going on, but that's pretty unavoidable. And red. I wish JPEG did not hate the color red so much. I'm sure there's some kind of mathematical reason for that, but most compression methods, particularly JPEG and MP4, hate the color red to death, and it turns out pretty orange. I think if I could stream like this and just never have to worry about frame drops, I think it would be alright. I want to stream at a higher bitrate, but if it's going to cause problems, I don't think it's worth it above this level. Plus the lower bitrate I do, the less, you know, bandwidth problems other people are going to have. Like people with absolute garbage connections might still have some problems at... Oh, no! Get it! Yes! I did it. So yeah, like I said, you can get your little duder back if you kill the Moja Moja while they're still chewing. I think you can get extra spring, like even more than it seems like you should if you do that at the right at the end of a swing. Actually, kind of got too much swing that time. Pink one really isn't my favorite, but we don't really have too many other choices, so I'll just keep using her for a bit. Oh, I see how this works. You probably see it too. There's lots of little things that you can kind of probe with. If you're in big form, you can kind of see that you're clipping through a bit of a false wall. But you have to split up to actually fit through it. Like, let me show you here. You can kind of see, yeah, I'm getting in there, but I'm not gonna fit all the way. Oh, oh god, oh god, oh please, not the children. Okay, good. Pretty nice save there. I was kind of expecting to just land right on another one of those. The game is not that kind of game, but I do still bump into those little spikies sometimes. In fact, I would really say the little spikies, the Togi Togis, are harder than the Moja Mojas, or at least I lose more Patapon or LocoRocos to them. Freaking Patapon is fantastic. I want to talk more about Patapon than I am, but I guess I'll save that for when Patapon Remastered comes out. That's the one I do hope they have some difficulty. Oops. Okay, I think... Okay, so when it vibrates, that means the thing is on. When it doesn't vibrate when you touch the touchpad, that means it's off. I get it now. Oh, I see what you mean, son, with the different connections. I guess that makes sense because it's a different... I think there's like a different processor in each of them. But yeah, the attachments were just not a great idea. I'll probably just go for another level or two. I wasn't really planning to go too long. I just noticed a way old comment. Do you think Dark Souls ended in 3 is a good thing? I think me hearing less about Dark Souls is a good thing, frankly. I don't really blame the game. I do blame the marketing a little bit. I think Bamco is a little bit gross with the marketing. I don't think the devs are particularly responsible for that. But I do think the Dark Souls, I think we talked about this before on another stream, but it's just kind of ruined the discussion of difficulty. And like, when Rain World came out, there's some people like, I think, this was like an actual exact comment that somebody made, like, I think difficulty, I would rather play a game with unfair difficulty than a game with no difficulty at all. And it's like, really, dude? Like, difficulty is the only definition of a game to you? Like, I understand the appreciation for challenge of some sort, but like, a fair challenge is awful. Or an unfair challenge. Did I say fair? I forget. But yeah, like Rain World. I think Rain World did a patch, by the way. I never really went back to it. It doesn't fundamentally change things, but it does make things less stupid in a few areas. Like, if you die, it used to not respawn. That used to not count as like respawn for the foods. So like, you die and lose a day, and the food is still not back. Like, that's just rude. And also the music, or the map progress no longer deletes itself. Oh yeah, Kermit came back for a second there. Kermit's been gone for a while. We've been pretty safe. Yeah, when I think Dark Souls, frankly, I think of the person that I banned the other day who's like, I think it was an Abyssrium video, and it was just a short, like, informative video, and I don't even post that many Abyssrium videos, like, maybe one a week at most. Like, play a real video game. There's no guns in this game. Oh. Okay, the no guns thing I made up, but they really said play a real video game. But this is Sir Tap Tap. We only play the finest fake games on this channel. Kermit the MLG. Alan Wake. Oh yeah, I heard about that. That sucks. But yeah, Alan Wake uses licensed music, and their terms end. So it's freaking gone after. Is it in 3 days then? Yeah, it's gonna be on sale 90% off. I'm not sure exactly how much, but yeah, if you want Alan Wake, you have to buy it now. It's on Steam. You don't have to get it on Xbox. Yeah, that freaking sucks. If you ever make a game, make sure that either you or someone else has exclusive rights to everything else, so that, you know, you have to be able to freaking preserve your stuff. $3 on Steam. Alright, cool. This stream is notorious for its lack of guns. 1 star, needs more N16. Imagine a little low poly, like, freaking fish going around. There's probably mobile games just like that. I just did a Rick and Morty thing. This is one part. This is it's to the Tiny Rick episode. There's one time where Morty stumbles over the same word. I think it's 4 or 5 times in a single sentence. And it's just, the show just continues on like normal. I kind of love that about the show. And it's oddly, it's kind of natural in a way. Like, realistic diction is unrealistic, you know? That's that trope. Everyone in movies and stuff, perfect diction every time. It does not work like that. It does not work like that. But there's this, it's not even like the main joke of the thing, but, alright, this is the level where you have to play the Surfer Bro, but we don't have the Surfer Bro. It's upsetting. Oh, frick. No. I forgot about those guys. I'm sorry, I'm just enjoying the music. You really need the Surfer Dude to fully appreciate the song, but it's still really good. All of the music's really good. I don't particularly enjoy this character's rendition. I think the yellow or not the yellow, the red or the blue one I don't particularly like either, but the black surfer, the black one and the surfer one are my favorites, and then there's the yellow one is pretty good. The yellow one, it just feels iconic, like a cap, you know? Oh, there we go. Arena Trench Warfare. Exactly. Abyssrium 2 Arena Trench Warfare. I never understood. Is this an owl? Is this some kind of badger? What is this? Alright, we get... I think there's one of those sometime where he just spits you out into a bunch of different shapes. And it's just for dumb fun. See, I love how silly your like squishiness can get really, you know, squabbly. But you never really like glitch out. It just kind of, it almost looks like you're going to glitch out, but you don't. Perfect. Yeah, it's really well programmed. Like it's, I don't know, secure, I want to say, but not like that. It's like reliable. These things are kind of jerks in that you kind of have to let them steal a thing. And then you kind of just have to get it back. Also, when you're holding circle, they kind of jump towards each other if you let them go for a second. which is nice. Oop, ow. It sounded very unpleasant. I think I've said I love this track about like half of the music in this game, which sounds about right. It's just that good. It's just such a great atmosphere in this game. I really love it. Oh, there we go. That's an unusual secret, and that's just pickeries. Oh yeah, and I heard freaking Square Enix is letting go of IO Interactive. But they're still gonna have Hitman. Like, I think they're still getting Hitman, right? I don't know. Yeah, I thought that was doing really well too. I thought people were actually surprised, and that was really good. Did I adopt Parker? He was, I think like a tenant had from my parents. Either had him as a baby or like they had adopted him and they couldn't keep him or something. I'm like the third hand, so I don't remember the exact situation, but he's not a purebred or anything. He is a Norwegian forest cat. That's pretty clear, but don't think he's purebred. Oh, this is one of my favorites. I like that creepy dude just there the whole time. He's there for a reason, trust me. Oh! I think this is one of the ones I don't like. It's like weird Japanese businessman, if I recall correctly. Yeah, this is like Japanese karaoke businessman. But hey, I was just talking about how I wanted all of the things. I guess you get all of them before the end of the game, which makes sense. It would be a bit lame to only get one for like the last world. But this guy has a certain appeal to him, though. He sounds like some sort of like ridiculous Japanese infomercial. Like some guy's gonna like, you know, rip off his shirt and has like got like super abs, and he's gonna like do the dishes extremely well because he's bought this new, you know, Japanese dishwashing product. That's what this voice makes me think is gonna happen. See, now that I said that, you're gonna be disappointed when that doesn't happen, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry to have done that to you. He sounds like the voices. He does sound like the voices they do for Godzilla movies. Hold on. I see a Mui Mui. I hear a Mui Mui. Oh. I should have checked that. I guess there are a couple frame drops in this game, but just in like some situations that don't really matter for performance. That was an amazing description. It's just what that voice makes me think. I just butchered that sentence really bad. It just makes me think. That's just what it makes me see in my head. Like he's singing the frickin', you know, he's singing the ingredients of that frickin' dishwasher detergent that he's trying to sell. It's like proven music. I don't know where I was going with that. It's like, yeah, that's what he's doing. Turns out I'm not particularly good at immediately thinking up song lyrics that are also infomercials. It makes me feel like I'm gonna see one of those weird, like, human Tetris shows. Like one of those ridiculous humiliation, like, game show things they have. That's a real thing, by the way. Search up human Tetris, I think is what it's actually called. And if it's not, I'm sure YouTube will find the thing I'm talking about. Well, I was gonna comment on something I didn't realize I was 38 years behind on the stream. Oh. Yeah, if you click, if the live thing is gray, you're not watching the latest thing. Ammonium Lord stuff. Yeah, that's the sort of stuff you'd be singing. Oh, he reminds me of Mr. Sparkle! That's what he reminds me of. He's talking about Mr. Sparkle. I should totally cross-promote. Just as I say Mr. Sparkle, you say that. You should totally cross-promote with Sims to make Mr. Sparkle a character in LocoRoco. I agree. Then again, this basically is Mr. Sparkle. This is just blue Mr. Sparkle. Actually, hold on. Hang on here. There you go. Beautiful. That's who's singing to you. Let's get that off there. Alright. Oh, hey, Mr. Moon! How you doing, my friend? What did I tell you about being this close to Earth? We could all die. Oh, thanks, Mr. Sparkle. He's maybe not in the middle of throat coughing. Uh-oh, I see you. Right, get over here. This is what I was talking about them being like intermittently hostile. It's a little bit frustrating because sometimes you want them to be hostile so you can defeat them. Best adverts is always the absurd one. Yeah, I don't know why more advertisements don't go for it. I guess it's a hard balance to strike. But like the stuff like Nannerpuss and I Wish I Was Paid in Gum, those are the commercials I remember. And like most commercials are just like, I don't even know. They're just commercials. Who cares? Hello, Fox fan. Numbers? I'm sorry. When my brain sees numbers, I just like, yeah, that's the end of the thing. Doritos have some pretty good... I haven't really watched... Oh, this is a cute touch. What was I saying? I don't really watch much TV, so... Oh, I haven't had a functional TV since I was in college, which is longer ago than I care to admit. And I only watched it then because House was on. And I watched it with some people on my floor. That's really about it. We had HBO, and I did not realize that HBO was like 90% old Disney movies. Like, what? I didn't realize that was a thing. I mean, maybe there's like... I wasn't watching at the right time, but I don't get it. Excuse me. You were very in the way. Parker just ran up on my desk and just looked at me. He's like, yeah, I'm here now. You have to deal with this. One of the fun things to do with Moja Moja, I cannot freaking see, is to, you can bump them while they're eating you. Being eaten is never the most ideal situation, but that is probably the funniest way to defeat them. I can't see the right portion of my screen because Parker is sitting right here. Oh no, oh, that's bad. Rest in pieces. Hopes of 100%ing this level. Yep, they're dead. Oh no! Frick. You just... Oh. You actually lose more things the more LocoRoco you have, the more you lose from those spike guys. So the Moja you can usually recover from if they're not too high up, but the spike things are pretty bad. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, we can finally open that door then. If I don't somehow lose this. I really love the wind, like the ribbons that symbolize the wind here. Oh, this makes me realize I should play frickin' Hohokum. I never did. That's a game I really like, but I never did a video on for some reason. I guess it was one of those big indie games that I thought really, like, you know, most people know, I guess, but I mean, there's no reason to not do a video. It's still totally my kind of thing and totally... Yeah. I was trying to be funny, I just realized I could be taken the wrong way. That's something you can't joke about because there's people that agree with that. And I don't know, humanity is terrible, is all I can say. You can't really joke. It's so hard to joke about, like, that's my fetish, because that probably is somebody's fetish. Like, being turned into stone while, like, somebody steps on your statue and eats, like, the freaking concrete dust. I'm sure there's somebody that gets off to that. I know there's somebody that's into each individual piece of that, so there's probably somebody that's into all of that at once. And it's just, I don't know. I wouldn't usually be the type to kink shame, but my thing is when I have to see it and I don't, like, I'm not expecting to see it. Like, you keep that to yourself. That's why I don't like deviant art. Cause, like, just, it's so bad at, like, you're like, oh, you're looking at a beloved child's character. Some nice safe for work fan art. Would you like to see that character being inflated to 5,000 pounds with cake batter? Oh, of course you would like to see that. I'm gonna show you that right now. He's like, no, DeviantArt, please. Would you like to see that character being turned into a human latex balloon? No, DeviantArt, please, I'm good. No, I'm gonna show you that, my friend. You can't do, you can't, no. You're gonna see that. The actual fucked up death. I don't know what that was in reference to, because that could be in reference to any of the last, like, 40 things I've said. But yeah. Some says 75% of Miiverse. Yeah, Miiverse is the worst because everything I just said is gonna be on Miiverse. Miiverse loves all of that. I'm so scared to click that link because of what I've been saying. If it's even remotely relevant to any of that, I don't think I want to see. But yeah, I just, I don't care what you're into. I just don't want to see it unannounced or like like have a freaking content warning and like a thing. That's one thing that's actually really cool about Mastodon. It's like Twitter, for people who hate Twitter but are on Twitter and want to be on something that's not Twitter. That's what it basically is. But it has this thing that lets you hide a post. It's just like a generic content warning thing, and then you just add your own text to be like, okay, click this, click show more if you want to see, you know, violence or, you know, porn or whatever it is. So you can just hide like something that's gross, something that's offensive, something that's, you know, porn. So like, it doesn't have to be like, the problem with Twitter's way of doing that is that you have to mark your whole account as potentially sensitive. And so like, you can't just spoiler one image. The link is fine. Oh, it's the PS4 box art for Insane Trilogy? Yeah, I don't get Miiverse. Crash is back in Pog form. Oh, I really like that back, the freaking back cover art. Let me put this on stream. That back cover art is like exact 90s freaking perfect. I kind of wish he looked more like that in game, because that looks That looks really good on the back cover. That's a perfect use of that font on the back too. Oops. There we go. Alright, you know what? I guess I'll finish this world. I wasn't really planning to do like the whole thing or anything, but I'll just finish out this next world because there's only 2 more. Might be a placeholder because the front one's not the current one. I remember seeing the inflation thing on DeviantArt. I was really young and super confused. I'm not sure it can be understood. If it can be understood, I don't particularly care to do so. Alright, I think there's 3 total mini games too. The mini games in this one aren't as good. I think Patapon 2 has better mini games. Oh, we were just talking about fetishes. I like how it's like a turkey waddle. Freaking perfect music. Such fitting music. So like I said, I guess there's certain tracks where the LocoRoco doesn't actually sing along. I never really noticed that. Like I noticed this music, but this guy doesn't really affect this music. He wouldn't fit in, so yeah. I just love that we've been eaten by a giant snake and the music is freaking 50s bebop. Probably not what bebop is. I don't know music genres. Never saying bye to anyone ever again. The betrayal. Oh. I forgot the weird. There's certain bits that react weird to trying to do a jump. Oh, come on. There we go. Right, you can't jump straight at it. You gotta do it like an angle. They do lots of fun things. I like when I'm a big fan of whenever the tilting affects something that isn't just the LocoRoco. Because it's a nice reminder that you really are the world that's tilting. You're not the LocoRoco moving around. This is my favorite organ of the body. You know the one. It's the one of these. It's the plumbus. It's all covered in schleem. That's one of my freaking favorite episodes. I hope that season 2 has an episode like that. They should do that once a season. They should have an ad-lib episode. If you didn't know, that one episode, I forget what they were even doing, but the Rick and Morty episode where they're in like, I don't know, they're like space hospital or something, and they're all talking about, or they're all watching all these like interdimensional not cartoons, but like advertisements, like the little bits, and it's all like a bunch of ad-lib and stuff, and it's fantastic. Jan Michael Vincent is Jan Michael Vincent in a world where everyone is Jan Michael Vincent. Og, let me get the thing, please. 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 You were supposed to get up there the first time, but obviously I did not. No! Please. The interdimensional TV, yeah. Marshmallow. I don't know what that was a reference to either. Ember. What is this? Oh, that's the new thing? Oh yeah, I like that cover more. I guess this is the more recent thing. Yeah, that looks a lot better, the front cover. I think that's still a bit not quite what the 3D model looks like. Maybe they've updated it though. Maybe I've just seen the old one. It does seem they've improved it a lot, so I guess the feedback has helped. I do like how games seem to, like, you know, incorporate feedback earlier. And not just like focus group crap. I don't know what it is about focus groups, but it's always awful. Which is weird, because you'd think like just unsolicited crap on the internet would be largely the same. But I don't know. I think the ability for like informed people to discuss it among themselves can sort of help, you know, what would largely be considered just internet bullcrap to be a bit more informed than a focus group. Marshmallow's a techno band thingy through. I'm not huge on music. I know some bands. I usually listen to game music though. I just associate. The thing about game music for me is that I associate all of the fun stuff of the game and all of the emotional stuff in general. And it just makes it a much richer experience for me. Experience crash in full 4K. Amazing. I'm just absolutely sure he's just like tried to sell us an amazing Japanese cleaning product. It will revolutionize your sad, pathetic human life. Oh, that's this. I was gonna say, what was that? This is gonna be bad. Oh, get inside me, thank you. Oh, Nightcore is not techno, how dare you? We don't really call it techno anymore anyway. Electronic music is, I guess, the more preferred term. But yeah, Nightcore is not. Nightcore is just. Nightcore is literally applying like a musical filter to a thing, and just like you make a YouTube video of it. It's like, it's not even a video. It's just YouTube poops as music, which is funny because there's actual YouTube like musical poops, or YouTube YTP MVs that are actually pretty good that I'd like listen to non-ironically. And there's some that I was actually super glad that I listened to like years ago, and I looked them up and managed to find them. But I'll admit, I like me some Pingas. And so, I love every freaking video by the over 9,000 guy. He has like a bunch of other memey videos, and they're all really good. Like, Gutsman's ass is my favorite. It's just this perfect amount of absurdity. And I hope my body can take it. If you haven't seen that, like, that's required memery. You have to know that. It's so good. I didn't think his body would hold it. I don't think the new stuff is as good, and there was definitely a lot of garbage. You know, the loud noises thing. Even in the good ones, I never liked the loud noises thing. It's giving me the suck. Sorry. Yeah, even in the good YouTube poops that did the loud volume thing, I never liked it. It's not funny. It's just stupid. Not in a good stupid. It's just ugh. But yeah, there's a whole bunch I really like. Walrus Guy, I think, was most of the good ones. The Chairman did a bunch of really good Sonic ones. And Deeper Cut. There was a bunch. I'm sad. I'm legitimately saddened, and I feel our culture is lessened. That a bunch of the there was this really good. It's a football. I chiseled it once that got deleted forever. Because that was when Content ID wasn't a thing, and so things just got copyright strikes. Whole channels disappeared. If you think YouTube is bad now, you didn't know how it was. Things used to be. It was the Wild West in the sense where you got freaking shot if something bad went down. That kind of Wild West. Play a new minigame. You're not my real dad. Really though, let's play a new minigame. Moch is everywhere, run! Let's just take a peek what the new minigame is. I honestly kind of forget. Oh yeah, Chupa Chupa! That's what that thing is called, apparently. Oh, right. I think you get some special reward for getting all the way through this. But yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of this one. I mean, it has some skill to it. But, yeah. It's not really what I came to play. Patapon has really good minigames, though. Oh man, I can't wait for the freaking Patapon remaster. But I will be upset. They have to have Patapon 2 remaster. It's you just can't only release Patapon 1. I really think it's the weakest of the series. It's good. It has good music, but it's just not very fair. I really hope it at least has an easy mode. That's one of the reasons, one of the simplest reasons that Patapon 2 is so much better, is that it has a slightly more forgiving timing mode. So you can enjoy it more as like an RTS and just more of a casual rhythm thing than you miss a beat, you freaking die. You will suffer so much in Patapon 1 if you die or if you miss a beat. You can like have to replay a song, like for like I forget how many, like 10 I think, for like 10 bars or whatever it's called. 10 loops of the little thing. I don't know music if you can't tell. I knows what I likes. I think there might be sneakered up here. If you miss a beat, you die, your cousins die. Oh, yep, I knew it! The Great Copyright Purge. Yeah, that's... I think Walrus Guy's whole channel went down. There's like... I love these stairs. Insanely irresponsible and dangerous stairs. I love the spooky, like, freaking... It sounds like Ozzy Osbourne whispering in your ear. It's gonna freaking get you. Animation in Patapon is to get fever and it really throws off the beat. Oh yeah, there's a few tracks in Patapon where the fever really mixes it up. You usually get more used to the fever than to anything though. At least in Patapon 2. Because like I said, there's a mode where you get much more forgiving timing. And I pretty much always play in that mode. Yeah, Patapon 2 is freaking fantastic. I think if I was really good, like I don't think Patapon 1 is necessarily bad, but I think it's something that I would have to either have, some combination of enjoying like Maso-core stuff a bit more, or like, you know, permadeath style stuff, and I would have to have a much better ear for musical stuff. I love these freaking hands that grab you and do stuff. These areas are really cool, the Mocha areas. I'm so glad they usually cap off a world. Oh, you never played 2? You have to play Patapon 2. Patapon 2 will make you forget Patapon 1 even existed. It is so much better in every way. Like, there's more elements. The minigames are amazing. There's almost no more permadeath. Permadeath is very rare. The story is a lot better. I like the music better even. There's more boss stuff. It's more like it's almost like a, well, I guess 3 is more of the Monster Hunter one, but it has a lot more opportunities to grind and play it more like an RTS, or like it's such a weird mix of genres. But it lets you play it a bit more like an RTS and RPG than like an extremely strict rhythm game. Patapon 1 is like 60% rhythm game, whereas Patapon 2 is more like 30 or 40. You can enjoy the exploration stuff a lot more, even if you're not really good at keeping the beat. Yeah, I hope they make some more changes to that than they did to this. I don't think LocoRoco needed changes. I can't immediately think of anything that I would have changed. So... yeah, Patapon 2 is so freaking good. Actually, that would be really hard to stream because of, like I said, Well, I didn't say, but it's really hard to do streams or like just VODs of this is gonna be bad. Oh, I accidentally bopped him. Freaking wrecked. But the issue is, once I start talking, I just immediately lose the beat. I used to do this all the time when I played that game portably. It's like somebody would ask me a question, I'm like, it's B, and then I'd be like, oh, I've dropped the beat, my fever is gone, and this dragon thing is eating like 80 freaking Patapons. Alright, there's more classes and stuff too. You just have so much more flexibility in Patapon 2. There's so many more layers of the RPG stuff. Patapon 1 almost feels more like a roguelike with like no customization, well, little customization. Because like you can lose so freaking much if you mess up, and it's just, I just don't enjoy it. Patapon 2, fantastic. I would give Patapon, I'm not a numbers person, but I would say Patapon 1 is like a 7. It's like, it's a really neat idea, beautiful style, but some really deep flaws. Patapon 2 is like a 10. It's fantastic. This is the bird ball anagram thing just sank the sun. It gives you house boots. Of course. I'm not really seeing a bird here, honestly, but I guess they're more like slime balls, but if you want to see a bird, I guess they kind of look a little bit like Pitch from the Kirby bird. Also, apparently those houses like destroy the Moja Moja. I was never sure exactly how that worked, but I mean, it's just meant to be happy video game things. All right, we're gonna see if we get another LocoRoco. I won't deny you that. But if we don't see a LocoRoco in this next level, I think I'll call it quits here. Stay tuned tomorrow for Birthday's the Beginning. Like I showed at the very start of this stream, if you peek back in the VOD afterwards, I changed the world up a bit. So hopefully we should be getting a lot more sea life, and things will be a bit easier to deal with. Yeah, I don't think we're getting a new... I think we get at least one more per world. We got 2 this last world. But I guess maybe that's kind of catching up for the first world, I don't know. But, yeah, I think I'm going to sign off here. But yeah, it didn't take too long to load up the game. But yeah, I loaded up. I did some of the boring grunt work off stream. It's very zen though, playing that game, and just kind of shaping the landscape. It's kind of like playing a it's like a bonsai bush that you like play. It's kind of interesting. It's a very zen experience, and you're just shaping your own little world bit by bit, very carefully, trying not to, you know, destroy everything. Also, I freaking love the clay look. I wish the game went even further with the clay look. I think that kind of, in-game, it kind of looks half like they try to go for more of like a plushy art style. But I would love to see something like well, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse looks like that. That's a 2D game, though. But it would be really cool to see a freaking full 3D game with this art style, don't you think? I really love that. Like, it's like the Patapon 2 cover. Let me show you real quick. Or, not Patapon, Pikmin. The Pikmin 2, I saw this cover. Wait, which cover was it? Is that the cover? I guess it was this cover. But I saw the cover and this amazing, like, claymation art stuff, and I just had to play it. I love Pikmin 1, so I probably would have got it anyway, but I just love that style. Where's Pikmin 4? They said it was almost done. I want my Pikmin 4. I will buy a Switch the moment there's a frickin' Pikmin 3 or 4. There already is a Pikmin 3 and I already bought it. This Pikmin 3 is also why I bought my Wii U, by the way. No kidding. I found this image on Google and I decided to share its brilliance with you. This is what Pikmin 2 is all about. A billion enemies staring at you like, what are you gonna do, punk? What are you gonna freaking do? Where's your Pikmin, loser? That's what Pikmin 2 is. Here's, I guess, some kind of alternate cover. Maybe it was like the original. Maybe it was like before the game was released. But showing that art style. There's lots of other art for Pikmin 2 in that style. It's really good. Pikmin 1, if you forget, just has this like, you know, it has that ugly, that stanky freaking like late 90s, early 2000s CGI look to it. The game itself looks good, but it's just like a really high-res rendering of the game's graphics, and that's just the cover. I swear Pikmin 4 is in the works. Yeah, they said it was almost done, though. Where is it? Just give it to me. Feed it to me through a hose. I demand Pikmin 4 for sustenance. Yeah, imagine a Pikmin game where the Pikmin just looked... Hold on. Imagine a Pikmin game where on screen, your little Pikmin dudes, they look like this. That would be beautiful. I guess it's kind of hard to do. I guess it would require some complex shaders to make it kind of look clay. I guess Street Fighter V slightly has that kind of clay-ish look to it, but not quite what I mean. Something like Neverhood, but like, real 3D. Not real isn't like a disparaging thing, but just, that would be both technically and aesthetically perfect. It's practically done for Wii U. Yeah, they said it was done, I guess maybe they had to port the whole thing over. Poor Pikmin and their port process, because like Pikmin 3 was mostly done on Wii, and then they had to move it to Wii U. And now Pikmin 4 was probably mostly done on Wii U, then they had to move it over again. Well, alright. I'm going to tune out here. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central. That's 2 hours before now. And I will be streaming more birthdays. I honestly didn't think the stream would go particularly well. I had no idea what to do with that game. But it's so fun. It's kind of like what I like about watching Dwarf Fortress streams. I really like Joel from Vinesauce does. He used to do anyway, Dwarf Fortress streams. And it's just really relaxing. You just watch little things duping around. I like hearing him explain what's going on because I don't fully understand what I'm looking at in Dwarf Fortress, but he does really good explanations. Thank you for streaming. I didn't sleep. Is that good or bad? It's a little early to sleep, at least here. Though I will probably go to bed early because it's been a hell of a week, and it's been a hell of a week like 2 or 3 weeks in a row. So I could use some sleep. And I need to do some recording. There's some cool games I can check out. So I should have a good time this weekend, but I also need sleep. Oof. Yeah, thanks for watching, as always. I always say that like 2 or 3 times, I think. But yeah, tune in out. Oh, this was covering the chat. Pfft, how long has that covered the chat on stream? It's not a huge deal, but oh, it's freaking 2 a.m. there? Oh no. I'm amazed that people from freaking Europe watch, because like I just can't stream at an acceptable time over there. Wait, birthdays is only 1 gig? Wow. That's really impressive. Thank you for the stream. Yeah, that's about right, I think. Missed a little umlaut, but yeah, it's fine. Man, I haven't done the German thing in a long time. Anyway.